Welcome to the first episode of Super Science with
Isley
and Emily. Today we're showing you how to do 3 colorful experiments with household supplies that you hopefully have access to during this quarantine. You know, more distant learning. We're calling our first experiment Jumping for Joy, and it's with a lot of simple things around your house. First, you're going to need some barley, raisins, rice, 3/4 cups of vinegar, 3 cups of water, 3 glasses, cups, or jars, food coloring, 3 tablespoons of baking soda, a stopwatch, and a fork. First of all, fill each glass with 1 cup of water. Stir 1 tablespoon of baking soda into each cup with a fork. Drop a few grains, raisins, or rice into the cup. They should sink to the bottom. Slowly pour 1/4 cup of vinegar into each cup. Start your stopwatch and measure the time of the jumping. Put a few drops of food coloring in if you want some more fun. Repeat this process for each item. Record your data and make a chart to show your results. Before starting the experiments, it's a good idea to discuss the scientific method and what a hypothesis is. We call it an educated guess. Isley came up with a great hypothesis for her experiment.
The raisins will jump the least amount of time, and the rice will jump the longest.
Spoiler alert, the rice did not jump the longest. In fact, the rice did not jump at all. It did have the biggest chemical reaction though, and fizz out over the cup. When all else fails, dump it all in. Dump everything. Stir it up, swirl it around, and just have fun observing. Our next super science activity is called Fizzing Colors, and I'm not offering you any specific measurements for what we did. Just think of it as a true experiment. We used baking soda, food coloring, vinegar, a little dropper, and empty eggshells from our breakfast, plus a container to put it all in. Place drops of food coloring into the eggs and the surrounding area in whatever manner you'd like. We tried only 1 color in each egg with the hopes of the reactions to look pretty and distinct. Our original idea was to use the dropper for the vinegar, but it wasn't getting much of anything done. Then we tried using a straw, and that still didn't work. Learn from our mistakes. Like I said before, just pour it in. If you run out of vinegar, get more vinegar. If you want more explosions and fizzy, get more baking soda. Use more food coloring. Let your kiddo have fun exploring, smelling the strong vinegar, seeing the bubbles, and having fun. By the end of the activity, it looks like a strange Easter egg experiment gone wrong, but that's okay, right?
Our final super science project is going to be blooming flowers.
We put a few drops of blue food coloring in a container of water to look like a little pond. Then we used coffee filters and regular printer paper to cut out different flower shapes. Isley colored the flowers using markers. Then we folded each petal in so it's kind of like a closed bloom. We weren't sure if the coffee filters or the regular printer paper would work best with what the experiment is supposed to do. Even though the coffee filters did open up quickly, the colors kind of went away and they faded. The different shapes and sizes of the petals also made a difference on how much they did or didn't open, which is another fun thing for you to do with your experiment. We hope you've had fun learning with us today, and send us pictures or comments of what you did. Have fun!